thank you for joining me today. I am Jill Baird, and this is the first workout in a 4-week series that I've planned that's called Fit in 15. And it's exactly what it sounds like, 15-minute workouts that you can do that are thorough, have you feeling like you've done a complete workout and then out into your day, and the rest of the day is yours. I will be releasing 3 new workouts each week, just like I always do. But with this program, I'm going to do a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday workout rather than a Monday, Tuesday, and Friday workout. Monday will always be strength, Wednesday will always be HIIT cardio, and Friday will be a sculpt yoga combination. The first 2 weeks are going to be all body weight, and the last 2 weeks will incorporate dumbbells or free weights. Today's workout is lower body and core focused. You will probably want a mat or a towel. We will be down on our backs for the last 3 exercises of the workout. And you can do this anywhere. You can do it outside, you can do it inside. There's no jumping, it's apartment friendly. So get your mat. Meet me back on that mat, and if you like to play music during your workouts, go ahead and get the music started. I don't play music in my workouts because I want you to be able to play what motivates you. This is a no repeat workout. We will do each exercise 1 time. We'll work for 45 seconds, 15 seconds rest, 15 exercises, and you're out into your day. All right, I'm gonna get our timer started, and our first move is an opposite arm leg march. So it's exactly what it sounds like. Opposite knee and opposite hand, drive up to the ceiling. So when you ground through that stabilizing leg, I want you to think about squeezing the glute, pressing the heel down into the ground so that you're activating all the muscles in that leg. Our low abs are working to drive the knee up, and then we are getting our heart rate up by driving the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhaling as you lift and inhaling as you lower. So this first move is our activation move. This is our warm-up. All right, so we have 15 seconds and we're going to come into air squats. So bring your feet a little wider than hip width distance apart, toes pointing out at 11 and 1, and we're going to lower down into a squat and press up through our heels, squeeze our butt to stop our hips over our heels. Focus on the stop and not thrusting your hips forward as you come up. Inhaling to lower with control and exhaling to press up with strength. Keep your chest lifted. So what I mean by that is if you had a word or a picture on your chest, I would be able to see it the entire time. So we're not hunching down towards the floor or the ground if you're outside. All right, coming into alternating reverse lunges with a twist. So I'm going to twist towards the front leg as I step the other foot back, hip width distance apart. At the bell, we'll begin. So step, whoa, lost my balance. Step back, twist. Step back and twist. But as I twist, my hips stay facing forward. So the twist is through the middle of my core. Press through that front heel to come up and squeeze both glutes to come up to standing. Keep that front knee stacked over the front ankle. All right, now we're going to do some wide squats. So I'm going to bend into one knee, bend into the other, sit back like you're sitting into an imaginary chair. squeeze through the glute to come up. So after this move, we're going to take it into some isolated moves on the right, and then some isolated moves on the left. Okay, so I am going to come to the left side of my mat, and I'm going to take a step out with my right leg. Coming into a lateral lunge. So again, sit back into that heel like you're sitting into an imaginary chair, and then squeeze the buns to come up. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you can drive that right knee up as you come back through center to incorporate some balance and a little bit more of a core challenge. But you can also step it. It is up to you. This right glute is squeezing to bring me up to stand. And it's a nice stretch for my left inner thigh. Okay, so now I'm going to ground that right foot, and I'm going to come into a step back lunge. My left leg is going to step back into that lunge. So we already did this alternating, but now we're going to keep the focus on the one side. And if you want to challenge the balance, you're going to drive the knee up, that left knee. Woo, definitely challenged my balance there. So my goal with this program is that you do this 3 days a week, and then the other days you incorporate your running, your walking, your cycling, your swimming, whatever, hiking, whatever exercise that you enjoy doing on those other days. Now I'm going to do a curtsy lunge. I'm going to keep that right leg grounded, and I'm going to step my left behind my right. So with a curtsy lunge, we think about tucking this left knee behind the right ankle. And we want both hip points facing forward. So if my fingers were little headlights, they would be facing forward. Now, if you want to incorporate a little bit of balance, you're going to drive that left knee out to the side. Works into the oblique a little bit there on the left side. Definitely challenge the entire core. And then we're going to do all of these moves on the left-hand side, but before we move over to the left-hand side, we have a squat variation move. All right, we're going to come into a 2-count squat. So what that is, 2 counts to lower, 2 counts holding, pulsing down at the bottom, and then 2 counts to come up. 1, 2, pulse, 2, lift, 2, lower, 2, pulse, 2, lift, 2. So I'm going to let you do the counting in your head. So when we do body weight work, one of the ways to increase the difficulty of moves is to change the count of the work in the move, right? So we could go slow and low, pulse, pulse, lift, lift. And it changes the move from when we just did that lift and lower squat, where we have more time under tension here. And there's definitely tension as we come up. Okay, now we're going to do all those moves on the other side. So I'm going to step to the right side of my mat, and I'm going to be stepping out with my left leg into that lateral lunge. So my left knee is the knee that's going to be bending. As I sit back into that left heel, squeeze the left glute, press through the left heel to come up. Now remember, you can add that extra balance work. Chest stays forward. I can see that word, or if you had a name tag on your chest, I would be able to see it. So runners, this is an excellent cross-training workout for you. Anytime we do unilateral work, single side work, we work into our core. Running is very much a unilateral move. Okay, so now alternating step back lunge. That left leg is going to be grounded and my right leg is going to be stepping back. So think about staying upright as you come into the lunge. And I'm squeezing both glutes to come up. And if you want to do that knee drive, go ahead and drive the knee up. You really feel it in that left glute a little bit more when you do the knee drive. And that's so good. Turning on the glutes is so important. A lot of us don't even realize that our glutes aren't firing. And then we start to have low back issues, knee issues, and it's natural. In our lives, we sit a lot and the glutes just turn off. So when we think about squeezing those muscles as we work, we're turning them back on and using our bodies efficiently. Okay, curtsy lunge. We're gonna step this right knee behind the left ankle. And then the inner thighs are working here. Definitely this left glute. Put your mind in that left glute. And then remember, you can do the knee drive off to the side. Ooh, my balance is giving me a little challenge on this side. All right, now we're going to come into a plie squat. So heels in, toes out. This works the inner thighs a little bit more. So the goal is to keep the knees open, not caving in. So for this first one, look down, make sure those knees are pressing out, and then look forward. So one way to guarantee that your knees don't cave in is to imagine that you're pulling the mat apart with your feet, right? So you have to press into that pinky edge of each foot, and it opens up those outer knees. So the outer knees pull out towards the pinky edge of your shoes, or if you're not wearing shoes, it pulls out towards the pinky edge of your foot. So this works these inner thighs just a little bit more than a traditional squat, and we're working the outer glute. Okay, for the last three movements, we're gonna come down onto our backs. First is a combo crunch with a kick out. So what that looks like is fingertips behind the ears, draw the knees in, press the right foot out, press the left foot out, hug both knees into the elbows, press the left foot out, open the left elbow, press the right foot out, open the right elbow. Exhale, knees in, press, press, and then exhale. And I like to alternate sides just so I stay even. Exhale to crunch, inhale to open. And then really think about opening that elbow out to the side. Gaze is just slightly up towards the ceiling, and we're definitely not pulling on the back of our neck. All right, next move is a reverse crunch, heels to heaven as it's sometimes called. Advanced, you can keep your hands overhead, lift your heels towards the ceiling. Otherwise, head, neck, and shoulders stay on the mat, and it's a very tiny lift from the low belly And then we have one move after this. It's gonna be our bicycle crunch. And then you are on your way. I am definitely sweaty, guys. It's hard to believe that we can accomplish this much in 15 minutes. Exhaling as you press those heels. And then if you want to make it a little harder, you can lift head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. And I'm not using a bunch of momentum to hike my heels up. I'm just gently lifting with my low abs. All right, guys, bicycles. Fingertips lightly behind the ears, elbows out wide. Lift head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. And then exhale to bring opposite shoulder towards opposite knee. And the more slow and controlled you keep this, the deeper you work into that core. And I want you to think about keeping this knee stacked directly above your hip. It makes it a little bit more difficult, okay, a lot more difficult than drawing the knee in closer to the chest. And I see these sometimes that people are doing them and they're like, I don't know what they're doing. It looks like some sort of dying bug on the ground when they're racing so fast, pulling on their head, and all that they're doing is hurting their low back and not working deep into the core. All right, guys, hug your knees into your chest, roll to your side, or rock and roll up to a seat. Carefully make your way up to stand. I don't know if you can see that sweat print on my mat, but this was a good workout. Thank you for joining me, and I'm excited to see you back here on Wednesday for our Bodyweight HIIT cardio workout. All right, guys, take good care, and I will see you soon.